What is going on, players, and welcome back to episode 3 of the Director of Football, Club 2, episode 3 of the Director of Football Journeyman. We are still in charge of Angers. Then again, it is episode 3. You'd expect us to still be in charge of Angers. We did almost get a mutiny from the players, so we mightn't have been in charge had that gone through, but thankfully it hasn't. As you can see, season's not started off all that well for us. We are sitting 17th. It's been a difficult start to the season. We're only going to do the Monaco game today because we had a bit of a busy transfer window, and it was deadline day, I think, where the players came to me and said, "We're not happy. We want you gone." And I was like, "But please, no, don't sack me. I've only been here, what, like 2 months?" Yeah, we've managed to just keep a hold of our job. The club atmosphere was horrendously low. It was like almost like full to the left, which is obviously not very good. Managerial support is still poor, but it's increasing, which is what you want. Bahoken is one of the strikers I'm not too fussed about. He's annoyed because he's not getting enough first team football. He hasn't played a competitive game so far. Not fussed. As it is right now, we only have 4 players who don't like us, so that's fine. 2 players that do like us. One is a right back who you've met already, and the other, well, he's our starting right back. Injured at the moment though, so he's not played for a while. He seems to be very injury prone, and the other player is a goalkeeper who is never going to get a game. Doesn't say he's particularly injury prone, but he has been quite injury prone since he's arrived. But like I said, transfer wise, we've been busy. So the last transfers you would have seen were probably Everton. I think, yeah, Enzo Lefi was in the offing. He has joined, number 32. We have some very strange numbers so far this year. He is available to play for our second team because we had a lot of midfielders. He's been getting a bit of game time recently. As you can tell, he's not been all that good, but he has played, so that's the most important thing. He's acceptable. We signed Amir Airali, who is trained in England and Israel. He's actually from Israel, trained by Barnsley. Of all the clubs in the world, Barnsley. He's also part Swedish. It's just, this guy is just from all over. He's joined. He's not very good, although to be fair, he nearly made it in the bench today. So that shows how we're going at the moment. He came in on he was the first of the transfer deadline day signings. We also went and signed Lucas Thiels. You're going to say Thiels. He is a left back / left midfielder from Westerlo, where he played a good lot of games last year in the Pro League B. So that's the second division in Belgium, I think. It's really hard to tell with the fake names. But he's playing in our B team at the moment. Just give him a bit of game time, see if he can get in on the action. We then went and signed Alfonso Pedreza as well, another left back / left midfielder. So he can kind of do the lot. He came from Nice. They made a tidy little bit of profit off him. He's already played as many games for us as he did for them last year. Then again, he was only there for a short time because he just arrived from Sevilla. So they kept him for like 6 months. Made a profit off him. Made a profit off him. Then we signed Malik Chang, a Jamaican winger who, because we have a restricted number of non-EU players, isn't going to get games, but he is playing in the B team. Yeah, he's playing for the second team. As you can see, number 80. I just pretty much let the one of the assistant managers pick the numbers, and they went mental. I think pretty much everyone in the club has a number. Petar Pusic is a Swiss winger that we brought in from Torino for 2.4 million. They made a loss on a guy who played pretty much every game last season. I'm not sure why they sold him at a loss. He's not started a game yet, but he's been decent. Ivor Folsom came from AAB or AAB. Not sure exactly how it's said. This guy, I don't know what the director of football was doing. It's not really a player I would have gone out and signed myself. But he's joined us. He's played 4 games, started twice, came off the bench twice. He's depth in midfield, I guess. We also signed Karl Fila, a Polish wing or right back who can play further up but is really a right back. Made his Polish international debut since joining us against Albania, a game in which he played the full game and they lost. Lille made a £1 million loss on him after he played half a season for them, got 10 games, and then they booted him out. As you can see, 6.5. He has not been very good. And then Matej Oravec, a Slovakian, came from Spezia. He's a right back / centre back, more so a centre back. He's played 6.82 is an injustice for how good he's been. He joined from recently relegated Spezia. He only played 7 games last season for them, but also played twice. Our director of football just seems to go out and sign all these players that were at clubs for like a short period of time. I don't understand why. The players that have left since you were here last, a couple of players that went out on loan, not that important. Ebenezer Simons de Fanti has left us. I was hoping he was going to be one of the main strikers this year. He has gone to Leeds for potentially 1.8 million. I think that was a terrible idea. We loaned out Larby. Bobachan wanted out, so he left. Went to Belgium, 6 million. Can't really complain. I didn't really want him in the team to begin with, so he left. And then randomly, Majstorovic complained about wanting to leave the club, so he's gone on loan to Toulouse, where he has played 3 games and he's been meh at best. We did have a couple of other offers for players that didn't go through, which we definitely could have done with. There was a right back who was significantly better than the 2 right backs we had already signed. There was a striker who would have been amazing, and there was a 5-star wonder kid from PSG that we tried to sign but ended up going to Benfica, I think it was. Couldn't have afforded him anyway, because at this stage we had 3 million left. The director of football threw in an offer of 3 million plus a whole bunch of other stuff that would have brought it to like 25 million or something. It was madness. He ended up going to Benfica for like 10 million. So that was, the one time the director of football actually kind of went hard on for a player. Didn't end up working out in our favour. So since you were here last, we've been in mixed form. You saw the 3-3 draw against Dijon. We then went and drew 0-0 with Brest. Then went and drew 3-3 with Montpellier after taking a 3-0 lead into halftime. We conspired to draw. They scored in the 91st minute. It was just so bad. Then we lost to Marseille. And VS Boas, I think, is the Marseille manager. Yeah, Andre VS Boas. They were just the better team. We weren't great to begin with. Saint Etienne, we had the win sewn up, and then one of the defenders, I don't actually remember which one it was, missed a header. Anthony Knockhart just slid in behind him, and Acosta did what Acosta does best and just let the ball roll past him. Then against Lorient, we missed a penalty, I think, in that game. It wasn't good. It was not good. And then against Nice, who were 3rd at the time, we dominated them. Both our strikers scoring twice each, and Boufal missed a penalty. I think he also picked up an injury. It was in the Bordeaux game he picked up the injury, wasn't it? Maybe it was the Nice game. Boufal picked up an injury. I'm pretty sure it was the Nice game. He's been out injured for a little bit of a time as well. And then against Bordeaux, we got slapped around the place. 4-2. We kind of came into it towards the end of the game. but never looked like we were actually really going to do anything. But we're taking on Monaco today, who are 14th, not had the best of starts to the season. We're sitting, like I said, 17th, 1 win, 4 draws, 3 defeats. We are the draw kings. Us and Lorient have, and Brest and Saint Etienne have all the draws, as to be expected. PSG yet to drop a point. I think PSG have only conceded like 5 goals. Brest scored against them twice. Brest are 10 goals from 9 games. 2 of them came against PSG. Yeah. So we're going into this game not expecting an awful lot, to be fair. But this is how we're laying up. As you can see, slight change to what we were doing before. The DM was not working. You know how DMs are supposed to stop defensive issues. Our DM was just causing more issues. The only thing I saw good happen was when Jakic scored a goal. That's pretty much the only thing that the DM had done for us up to that point. So we're just going to stop using them. We're just going to go back to the 4-2-4, the foggy ball, and see what happens. So Lefel is going to start in goal. Ordovic and Pedraza are going to be our wide defenders. Wingbacks is what we call them in the business. Farassi and Sagnan are going to start as our centre backs. Lefebvre and Schallenberg in central midfield. Pusic is going to get his first start. Cawley is going to start on the left. Traore, or why do I keep calling him Traore? Toure and Aliou are going to start as our strikers. Everton is injured. Pereira Lage picked up multiple yellow cards. I think it's if you pick up 3 yellow cards in 10 games, like in a 10-game span, you get a 1-game suspension. We've had quite a number of our players get that suspension already, and Boufal is still out for 3 weeks with a calf strain. We had a number of offers for players on deadline day as well, which I'm quite happy didn't go through. Pereira Lage almost went to, is it Standard Liège, offered like 20.5 million all in, and it was accepted. And then I think he turned around, he didn't want to leave, but this was like an hour after he said that he didn't want me as manager of the club anymore, and then turns around and says, I'm not leaving, and then put it all behind him, and he's happy enough to stay. Who else? There was a couple of other players as well had offers accepted on deadline day, and then they rejected them. Keita Balde absolutely smashes the passes. To be fair, I'm not expecting a result against Monaco. If anything, I'd be surprised if we pick up a result against Monaco. Was it Boufal? I think Boufal had an offer from one of the Moscow clubs. It was about 15-ish million. Alfonso Pedraza gets himself his first goal of the season. But yeah, Boufal had something like a £15 million offer from one. I'm not sure which of the Russian or the Moscow clubs. I think was it Dinamo? It might have been Dinamo, but he rejected it. And who else? Farassi had offers, but I don't know if any of them got accepted. Keita Balde gets in behind again, but thankfully the goalkeeper keeps a hold of it this time. Lefel is the youngest of the goalkeepers in the first team. We have 4. Overkill, if you are asking me. But we're working on a tiny squad at the moment, and I'm considering players to bring up. Toure had 2 bites at the cherry, and Farinez manages to keep both of those attempts out. We're up to 16th in the league. Get in. This is not good. This is such a hard start to my career at Angers. Who was it that left Gelson in the box by himself? It was Pedraza. Pedraza ran away from. Yeah, no, he kind of just let Gelson run around him. And Pusic finally succumbs to the injury that he picked up at the start, I probably should have taken him off. But I thought, it was only like a thigh strain or something. I didn't think it was that big of a deal. Obviously, I was wrong. Oh, we're 3. We're 3-1 down. Kedabalde has an injury and he's there doing roly polies. So unrealistic. He's controlling the game, but he's also injured. So the fact that he's controlling the game is even worse because he shouldn't be able. They have a 0.7 XG. 0.7. Oh. Alright, you can be a complete forward. You go be an advanced forward. Actually, can you... Is this the right decision? Ah, yeah. Yep. Gotta go double advance forwards. Why not? What's the worst that could happen? We're gonna go attacking, and I'm going to berate the lads. They're not overly happy with the fact that I berated them. Lefay gets it to Pedraza. Cho. Toure has scored. I thought he was offside. I was full sure when he got that shot. When the ball landed in front of him, I was like, he's going to be offside. It looked like he was ahead of all the defenders, but clearly he timed his run to perfection. We're not going to look at the offside highlight part because I don't care. I want the result. Oh no. Oh, Castrovelli shot gets blocked by one of our defenders, and now Lopez. What's he going to do with it? Gets it across. It's not a great cross, to be fair. Oh, Lefay with the corner. Gets it across. Nobody's there. Schallenberg. Wasn't the best attempt at a header. Great tackle though. Oravec needs to get there, and he's going to get sent off. Oh! So I've Fila on the bench. That's fine. At least we have a right back on the bench. That's all our substitutions made now. This is what we're doing. This is what we're going with. We're still staying attacking. We were on top for a portion of the game before that sending off. I know one of my assistant managers is going to turn and be like, hey, maybe we should go very defensive and see out the result, but Carrera. Right. Oh, the assistant manager is already doing it. We're just going to press their defenders and the goalkeeper to try and do something. Just anything. I will take anything at this stage. If we could score, if we get a draw from this game, that would be fantastic. I know we're not going to, but I'd like it if we did. Go on, I'm going to break them again. Fila heads away. This squad of misfits. I'm not 100% sure this was the best decision. Ben Yedder easily taps it in. Lefel, why would you push it back into the middle of the box? Like, push it behind the goal. Do anything else. Yep, set team mentality, too very defensive. No. I'm going to fire him up. Why not? Get another player sent off for the crack. Ben Yedder gets blocked by Sagnan. I think it was Sagnan that got the touch on it. We've managed to stop them from scoring. That's fantastic. Under is playing for Monaco. Did not see that. Toure up front by himself, but Pedraza, the winger, playing at left back, gets across in Cho. It's made it 5-3. They're just going to score 2 more goals now to make it 7-3, and it'll be back to where it was. If we even lose by a goal, that would be Delightful. Penalty. Toure got hacked down, but whatever. Sagnan to Pedraza. Pedraza whips it across. Nobody's there to pick it up. Boots it across on the volley. We've managed to pick it up again though. Fila. Why is Fila so central? He's just what a save by Lefel. The Monaco players were just passing the ball around our defence, and it seemed like nobody wanted to actually, stop him. But Fila's picked up the ball. Please highlight, don't end. Ben Yedder came all the way back to get that defensive tackle in. Going to give the lads a bit more courage. Pedraza to Lopez. Pedraza can't get past Romani. Boots the ball across. Again, it gets cleared. And Under is on the run. And that was a decent shot, but it was a little bit on the weak side. I'm not going to complain. That's obviously a free kick. Oh, he's going to go over and check. Oh, it's a free kick. Ref. It's a free kick. Jeremy Stintat. It's a free kick. Obviously. Everyone could see it was a free kick. We scored this, and a squeaky bum time for them for the final 5 minutes. Just missed everybody. Nobody even attempted to jump for that. Toure, Cho. Fairly easy in the end for Farinez. Sagnan heads it clear, but Under comes forward with it. Blas pushed over by the keeper. The game's over. Just ref, blow the whistle. Blow the whistle, ref. I've made so many mistakes in my short career. I've been in France 3 months now, and I've won one game. Hands on hips. The last time I said pleased with how you played, even though we lost, they were not happy boys. So we're not going to do that. Just going to tell the lads we're disappointed, because we are. To be fair, I knew coming into this game that Monaco was going to be a hard game, but still, should not have had a player sent off. Pusic came off with a bruised shin. It's a he bruised his shin, and Oravec's been banned. I can demote him. Did I not set the... I could have sworn I set the code of conduct. Has no code of conduct's been agreed? Oh, what the fuck. Right, when are we going to come back? Good question, my friend. Thank you for asking. Going to come back. PSG and Metz. Come back and watch us get absolutely bitch slapped by PSG, and then play Metz, and hopefully come back and do something else. We've not really had the best of times. They say it's the best of times, the worst of times. This is just the worst times. 1 win, 4 draws, 4 defeats in 9. As you can see, PSG absolutely smashing everything. This is horrendous. So we will be back, like I said, PSG and Metz. Why not? What's the worst that could happen, Or maybe just come back for PSG, because it's probably going to be a long game with all the highlights. So we're going to leave it there. If you have enjoyed, please make sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Share with all your friends, and I will see you in the next one.